Good morning, children. In the last part of the video, we have seen that how rules are required in the society and accordingly need to be followed, but they are flexible as compared to the law of nature. Even we have seen that boys and girls should be treated equally in the society. Moving ahead with the next part of the chapter, there should be equality in the basis of caste and creed also. Let's look on to the explanation part in deeply with these points. My dear children, you can see two pictures in the slide. In the first picture, you can see that the money lender or the landlord is there. And the man is asking that I have given completely all your money. Still I am in debt. Why is it so? Why? Because the man is illiterate. He doesn't know that how much money he had paid to the landlord. That is why he is being cheated. In the other picture, you can see that the lady is the housemaid. She is working. She is continuously working. Whereas on the other hand, the owner of the house is sitting. And the lady is asking question, even though I work without a single holiday in a month, why do you pay me so little? See, even she is a human being, and even she is also having her requirements that need to be fulfilled. So, if they are working properly on time, they should be paid accordingly. There should not be injustice to the ones who are illiterate or the ones who are doing some work that may be considered as a low. Remember, children, dignity is labor. That means no work is small or big. All the work should be treated equally because every work requires hard pains and then only you get success in that work. Some work are physically done whereas some work is done mentally. So all the working sector is equally important in the society and everyone should be treated equally and accordingly wages should be given for their work. We follow many customs and traditions in our lives. Yes, we celebrate many festivals, many occasions when we are living in the society and together we follow. We follow these traditions by observing our mother, father, grandparents and other their relatives. So, these customs and traditions are being followed from generation to generation. It is passed on from one generation to another. Your grandparents must have passed to your parents are going to pass it to you, and you're going to pass on to your next generation. There are several good customs and traditions in our society, which we celebrate together. We come together. We do not follow any type of religion in that. Together we are united and accordingly we follow. We celebrate festivals together like Diwali, Holi, Christmas and so on. We do not make any discrimination based on caste or creed. In the festivals, we welcome guests at home who visit us and we are hospitable to them. We welcome them, we greet them. You offer them some sweets, some drinks, and accordingly you sit and share your thoughts, opinions, and enjoy the festivals. Many of our customs enable us to maintain the balance of nature. We express our love and gratitude towards animals. Yes, many of the festivals are dedicated to animals, like Bail Pola is there, where we show our love and gratitude towards animals. Yes, they are the part of our world, so we should love them. We should take care of them also. The values of non-violence and peace have been a part of our social life since ancient times. You know that our great leader Mahatma Gandhi ji had taught us three principles of the life, that is non-violence, truth and peace. One should have all these principles, his teachings in the life. Non-violence means what? Not fighting. You're going to solve the problems in a quite calm manner. One should be peaceful with the mind, with the thoughts, and then only you can interact easily in the society. And these customs are being followed from generation to generation and is going to be followed further also. We all are aware that these customs and traditional celebrations bring us together. A bond of unity is been there. But on the other hand, there are some superstitious beliefs also. Superstitious means blind faith in the things that are wrong also. So even so, there are some traditions and customs that are not desirable. They are not beneficial for our society. They are the superstitious beliefs, the wrong beliefs that society is following. Like caste distinction is there, child marriage is there, untouchability, magic for cheating people, sati system, receiving a dowry. First is caste distinction. Because of this, a society is divided into different castes and it has given rise to inequality in the society. You can see Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, and Dalits. So, this had created inequality in the society, so it should be banned by the government. Moving on to the next is untouchability. It was an inhuman and unjust custom followed in the society. The people belonging to different class were treated unequal in the society. They were not allowed to take water from the wells that were belonging to the particular class in the society. They were not allowed to go in the temples also. The Constitution of India had abolished this custom of untouchability and now all are treated equally in the society. Moving on to the next is sati system. This is the act that was being followed in Hindu custom in the past. Orthodox feeling was there in the society. The lady along with her husband need to sit in the funeral. That is, when the husband had died, the lady need to sit with the funeral, burning herself along with her husband and leaving all the worldly pleasures as per described by the people in the society. She should leave all the worldly pleasures and sit in the funeral and completely give her life to her husband. Next one is your child marriage. Children were done marriages at the early ages by the people. So they were being married when they were very small. They even didn't know the meaning of marriages. But now it is completely banned. Government had strictly followed this law and the child girl should be of 18 years for the marriage and boy's age should be 21 years. Before if that you do so, there is a punishment for that. Magics were being performed in the society to cheat the common people and they were illiterate, they were aware of these things but still they need to follow for asking their work to be get completed. If any of the hurdles are there in their work, so these magics were being performed and they were thinking that yes, by doing such kind of things automatically their work would be completed. So sometimes they would be asked for these pandits and babas. You might have seen on television in many programs they are showing that these babas are asking money or sometimes cash they are asking, sometimes they are asking to kill animals and even sometimes human sacrifices are also done for these things. So that was also completely banned by the government. Now receiving a dowry. What it means when a girl gets married, when she goes to the other house, parents willingly give her daughter certain things that are required by the daughter. But if sometimes lady doesn't take the amount of money along with her, sometimes the other party asks the money. So if they are not capable to pay the money, the daughter side the parents are not capable to pay the money, literally the girl is being harassed. Sometimes she is being burned and sometimes she is being harassed by beating, by doing anything. So that is again completely banned by the government. Now this dowry system is not followed and if it is found following, punishment is given for that. Many times laws have to be made to abolish unjust customs. Yes, it is very correctly said that if these laws are not being made by the government, then still these customs would have been followed and everyone would have done by their choice. So it's completely banned by the government and accordingly actions are being taken if the ones who are following these unjust customs. So in our country, customs such as sati and child marriage were abolished by making laws that banned them. The law that banned the use of magic for cheating people was first enacted in Maharashtra and this is the reason why it was completely banned. Receiving a dowry has been banned by the law. Wrong customs and traditions cause the neglect of some sections of the society. With this inequality, many of the sections of the society are being harmed. So they have no access to education, therefore they do not get opportunities of development. Sometimes it is like that the child may be deserving and may not get a chance to come in front because the child may be belonging to the other caste or class. But now it's not like that. Now these things are not being followed in the society. Everyone is getting equal opportunities. They have no means of livelihood. So when the child may not get education, automatically his or her livelihood is going to get affected. Poverty and lack of education are the two big obstacles in our society. Obstacles are big problems, hurdles. Because of that, India is still developing. It's not developed country. So we can only make progress together if we get rid of these obstacles. If we find solution for these obstacles, for these problems, automatically our country is going to progress. And now when it is a developing country, in future it would be a developed country by our contribution. Moving on to the last part of the chapter is protecting our environment. Just as laws are necessary to maintain the equality and justice in the society for the people, in the same way laws are also required to protect the environment. We should not harm our environment, and that is the reason every day we are celebrating Environment Day. Tree Plantation Day is celebrated. So we can plant a tree in a year, and that would be helpful for our future only. We are dependent on nature in many ways. We require rain, we require sunlight, we require breeze. Everything is getting from the nature. Natural resources should be available in enough quantities for the needs of our future generation. That is why it is said to use these resources in a proper way. If you're going to waste these resources, then in future we are going to lack with these resources. So it's very important that we should take care while using these resources in a proper way. Therefore, we must conserve these natural resources and we must use them carefully. Otherwise, we will not have anything in future. We will not have a water for drinking purpose. Now we are facing this problem that we are not getting water at a proper time, or maybe once, twice, thrice in a week. But in future, if it is not so followed, then we are not going to get water only. Thank you, my dear children, for watching the video. We'll be meeting with the next chapter in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.